What's going on? Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This is Wesley back with you with the Washington Nationals report here on YouTube. And today we're going to be getting into the Nationals third base situation, specifically revolving around the trade possibility of Kris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs coming to the Nationals next year. As it has been stated by many, Kris Bryant is rumored to be coming in a trade package, but no one knows what that trade package might be. So I'm going to get into the possibilities of what Kris Bryant could do to this lineup and what the Nationals might have to give up for a Kris Bryant type talent. Make sure, if you like this video, to subscribe below, as I will be giving you content twice a week at least from now until the start of the 2021 season. So with that, let's get into it. Last week, MLB.com reporter John Paul Morosi tweeted that the Nationals are considering a trade for Cubs third baseman Kris Bryant among numerous hitters they're currently monitoring on the market. This means that the Nationals are not only putting feelers out for Kris Bryant, but probably also actively talking to the Cubs about who they would want in return. Last year, when the Cubs had more trade value that they could get back for Bryant, they were asking for either Soto or Trey Turner or Victor Robles in a trade package, and they really couldn't get off of Victor Robles in any of the trade packages. That's who they wanted. That was their guy that they were targeting the most. I think this year, though, the Cubs don't have as much market value to ask for back for Kris Bryant, as Kris Bryant had a really down year. He's been hurt in the past couple of years, and it's now been 4 years since his MVP season, meaning he's on a little bit of a decline from then, and he's not still his MVP caliber self. The thing I do think, though, that the Cubs do have a little bit of leverage is that Kris Bryant is still Kris Bryant. It's not like he's sucked. It's not like he's fallen off a cliff. He still has the capability to put up good numbers in the middle of a lineup. That's why I think the Nationals like him. The Nationals like him not only because he can play third base, but he can play a corner outfield position, two positions the Nationals have been targeting this winter. But I also think that he's a right-handed bat who can complement Soto really well in that Nationals lineup. If the Cubs do move on from Bryant and trade into the Nationals, the two players I could see going separately, not together, are either Victor Robles or Carter Kieboom. These are two players the Cubs have targeted in the past, and these are two players that kind of match Kris Bryant's trade value. Victor Robles had a really down season the last couple of years and really has not proven himself as a consistent hitter, and the Nationals and teams around the league have really been waiting for that consistency to come in. Carter Kieboom, on the other hand, he had a shot last year. He could have taken that third base spot for the Nationals, and it could be his today, and we would not even be having this conversation, but he didn't. He got sent down last year, and he really could not prove himself as a big league hitter. This being said, the Cubs would have to give up Kris Bryant's $18 million contract, which a lot of teams just don't want to take on. That's why his trade value is not so high. So with all that being said, I think the most likely trade for Kris Bryant would either be Victor Robles or Carter Kieboom to the Cubs. Now, who knows if the Cubs are talking to other teams with better packages, but I think having Victor Robles go to the Cubs would help the Cubs because he's a young outfielder with a lot of upside, a lot of speed, and can really just cause problems when he gets on the bases. Carter Kieboom's 23. He's been pretty unproven in the big leagues, and he's just projection-based at this point, but it really bodes well that he has all this upside, and he's had some playing experience and can fit in and possibly be the third baseman of the future for the Chicago Cubs. All in all, I think Mike Rizzo realizes the problem in DC. The Nationals lineup last year was very inconsistent and bad at times, besides Trey Turner and Juan Soto, and I think the Nationals are trying to find two pieces to complement this rotation that's not getting younger by the day, and that really only has possibly 1 to 2 more years of greatness in them. Max Scherzer's last year on his contract is this upcoming season. As you know, Steven Strasburg and Patrick Corbin are there for the long haul, but when it gets past next year, if there's no Max Scherzer, this rotation really only has 2 solid starters, depending on what they do this winter as well. That's why I think the Nationals are going to try and get a couple bats, and this is a bat they should try and get. Kris Bryant would add a right-handed bat to complement Soto really well, and he would just add more run support to this staff that can get all the run support it needs, also with the bullpen that sucked last year. If the Nationals do somehow get Bryant, let's say they give up Kieboom for Bryant, that means they can put Starlin Castro Castro somewhere in the infield. They can put Kris Bryant somewhere in the infield as well if they want. Or they could put Kris Bryant in the outfield spot, shift Soto over to right field, put Bryant in left, and then you would still have Victor Robles in center field. This all also depends on who else they might go and get, but that will be a video for another day. So if you've gotten this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this Washington Nationals report here on Thanksgiving. I'm wishing you all a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And be sure to subscribe, like this video. If you have any video suggestions you might want me to touch on about the Nationals, be sure to comment them below. If not, happy Thanksgiving and thank you for watching.